Peekaboo style, created by Customato and made famous by Floyd Patterson and Mike Tyson. Hello Earthlings, Ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here, and today we're gonna get into the Peekaboo style, created by Customato and made famous by Floyd Patterson and Mike Tyson. Believe it or not, it started in the 1950s, and he took parts of the Afro dance called capoeira, which is offense with defense. Right here, this is called the ginga. And then from the ginga, you can get into kicks, right? And then you can get into defense at the same time, kicks, and then going back into the stance as well. He incorporated this movement here and the 52 block system from the jail house of the Afro-Americans in the 1950s, okay? They would do stuff with the elbows. It's dirty boxing tactics that he took from that and capoeira and created the Peekaboo style. Now, hence what the name is called. Yes, you guessed it, Trojan Peekaboo, Peekaboo. A lot of that did come from that, but he didn't like that name stuck with it because a lot of people didn't take him seriously for such an aggressive style. Now, it's mainly created for shorter fighters to create angles to get in and get out quickly, and at the same time, bait your opponent in. Because whether you realize it or not, being square like this is not your typical boxing stance. And I will advise, if you do not have a person training you properly, do not do this stance if you do not know what you're doing, because you're more likely to get hit because you're susceptible to hits. Because if you don't have good head movement, right? From this style, you have to over exaggerate your head movement. Like this first movement that we're doing is called the windshield wipers. You're bending at the waist, AKA the trunk. So to go to the side, you're bending. But the whole purpose of over exaggerating your movements is to maximize the power in the punch. It's defense into offense. The whole purpose of the style is to have a tight defense. And that tight defense create openings by baiting your opponent by you being so square with them. All right? And that's why everything is so explosive. So get in, get out, get in, get out. Now, with the stance, when you get into the stance, I'm square with you. You bring your back foot about 1.5 foot length, okay? You turn it slightly out. Your front foot, turn it slightly in. That's your stance right here. Bend the knees. Bring your hands up to the face. The original style, Floyd Patterson did the hands like this. This is okay. Mike Tyson turned them inward. You crunch your stomach and tuck your chin, but do not hunch your shoulders. Relax them. All right. Now from here, you want to get comfortable going side to side. All right. Because from the side to side movements, it makes it easier to go into other movements if need be. But from the stance right here, we're going to get into the first defensive move, which is the defense to create a strong offense, is the windshield wipers. So your typical slipping, okay? Your typical slipping will be here like this. That's your typical slipping. Now you're slip dipping kind of when you're doing it from the Peekaboo stance. So when you're in the Peekaboo stance, you're bending the trunk and from the waist, exaggerating the movements, going side to side. You're exaggerating the movements, going side to side to spring load that leg to maximize the power if you were to throw that shot from that position of which you slipped. And for when I slipped, I can go right into another movement because my leg is already spring loaded. Now, from the windshield wipers, you could pivot your foot at the same time as you're going forward, okay? This is another movement to get inside while slipping at the same time. So if I'm here and I'm slipping and pivoting my foot, again, I'm here to transfer my weight and then come in, boom, to go to the other side. Everything is going from one foot to the next foot to constantly trick your opponent, creating openings for counter attacks. Now, from that one where we're pivoting side to side, you're keeping your posture straight and making sure your hips are underneath you, going side to side. The next movement will be the Jack Dempsey roll, all right? So it's a V roll like this here, going side to side. And again, you can see my body being in this position makes it easier for me to switch stance, okay? So it's the same here. To switch and go into that other stance, it makes it easier from the Dempsey roll. And you have your traditional roll, where it's in a U-shape motion, all right? So I can go into the hooks, or I can go into the uppercuts, and right back to the stance. Everything is meant to go from defense to offense. But if you don't understand this, take it very slow. Remember, it comes from the capoeira dance integrated with the jailhouse rock, aka the 52 block system, integrated into one, putting in that peekaboo, peekaboo stance. Because now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. And the punches are compact, okay? The only time where you feel like you can get a little reckless with your punches if you already know the person's about to get out of there. But other than that, the punches are compact. So when I'm throwing, it's tight. Everything is tight, all right? So I'm moving here, it's tight. Nothing that I'm doing is over exaggerated as far as the punches go. With the defense, yes, but with the punches, no. The punches have to be tight, okay? When you're throwing, everything has to be tight. And you have to try to be as loose as possible. And remember, everything coming from those movements maximizes the other movements with maximum power. And no shots to hurt that opponent. I wish people would teach this style more. Yes, Customato was the originator, sadly passed in the 80s. Teddy Atlas took on that mantle. He taught who he can teach, but you barely see that style anymore. It's in lost art. It's kind of like crumping to the dancing, right? Crumping is beautiful with the over crazy exaggerated movements. Also derives from Africa. It's a beautiful dance, but barely anybody does it. And most people that try to do it, like myself just now, can't replicate it correctly. But the Peekaboo style is mainly for people in their weight class that is of a shorter stature to maximize getting in on the inside and creating angles to get in there and take that opponent out. Like for me, when I was an amateur, I fought in the heavyweight division. I'm 6 feet. I'm amongst the short height for heavyweights. So for me, the Peekaboo style will work in my favor because most of the people that I fought with, sparred with, they were all way taller than me. 6'2", 6'3", 6'5", 6'6". I was super short for my weight class. But if I used it from what I know right now, I'm pretty sure it would have been very effective if the coach that was training me was very good at what he was doing in that style. But again, it's a lost art. A lot of people do not know of the Peekaboo style. Now, you want to take your time, okay? So when you're practicing at home, just get comfortable in that square stance, okay? So you just want to walk forward slowly, make sure your legs don't cross in that square stance, going side to side in that square stance, tightening up your core. All right, now from the square stance, you want to get comfortable slipping. And remember, you're slipping from the trunk. You're not slipping from the shoulders like normally. I mean, it's still the trunk, but you're twisting to go left and to go right normally. Here, you're shifting from the trunk. And then from the trunk, you can get into the normal roll to practice, the Jack Dempsey roll, going side to side, walking forward while doing the Jack Dempsey roll, because Mike Tyson was a master at constantly switching angles, as well as Floyd Patterson, or practicing the custom model shift. You can practice it from throwing a jab and then slipping left and spring load that foot to go to the left, custom auto shift, or you can do jab, cross, step right, and then go into the shift to the right side from that position. But when you're practicing, it's explosive movements It's explosive movements. Everything that you're doing is meant to take that person out quickly through effective countering and mauling your opponent. Because when you're constantly coming forward, the person has to figure a way out. And through figuring that way out, they're gonna leave themselves susceptible to getting hit with a powerful shot to take them out. I love this style. I wish it was treated as all the other boxing styles are treated in the gym, but sadly today, a lot of people do not really know how to teach it. Thus, the reason why you do not see it in many boxing schools. Hopefully you got what you need to get out of this. If you're trying to do it at home, practice as much as you can, but learn the basic boxing style first, because you'll get bad habits from the Peekaboo style that won't translate correctly into the normal boxing stance. And if you can go to a school, go to a school. Thank you for joining me today on this journey to the ultraviolet. And if you liked the video, please comment and subscribe, and always work towards becoming your greatest version.